Hi, I'm Mary Bethel. I'm a candidate for the District 37 House of Representatives seat, which serves southern Wake County. I am fresh from the early voting site in Fuquay-Varina, where I've been ever since early voting started. I looked a little windblown and a little red in the face because I evidently got too much sun and too little sunscreen. But I wanted to come today to talk to you about why I'm running for this office and why I really would appreciate your vote. You know, in this primary election, me and my fellow competitors have many things in common. We stand united on many issues, and we're committed to helping Governor Cooper maintain his veto power so that he can really veto bills that we do not think move our state forward, such as things like restricting the sharing of information about our state's complicated history in the classroom, or penalizing citizens from gathering in protest, or curtailing the rights of people to vote and to have all votes counted. We all stand united on many issues also, such as ensuring that growth does not overwhelm the character and infrastructure of our communities down here, pushing for greater investment in public education, increasing the affordability and accessibility of health care, supporting measures to protect our environment, and all sorts of other measures on which we, all North Carolina Democrats, stand together. Yeah, we do stand together on many issues, but I am asking for your vote. One of the prime reasons I'm running is because I know I have the knowledge, skills, and ability to be an effective voice for people in our district in the North Carolina General Assembly. I've shared with you before how I've lived in this area for 35 years, and through my community engagement, I think I have a good understanding of a lot of the issues that are important to the folks here. But I also continue to listen to folks about things that are at the top of their agenda too. I also shared that I've worked both at the county and the state level, and I've done the nitty-gritty, hands-on work that provides the background and experience and lays the foundation for the policy and advocacy work that I've done in the latter years of my work life. While I worked at the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, from which I retired, from AARP, North Carolina, and also as executive director of a nonprofit in this state. Now, during my long work career, I've advocated for our state's most vulnerable citizens, and during those last 20 years, I interacted directly with the North Carolina General Assembly. I sought legislation and also funding that might increase access to services and supports, and really laws that would make life better for them. I've been successful in many things that I've done, and I've had opportunities to work across the aisle with people from both the Republican and the Democrat Party. I know what it takes to be an effective legislator and how to take action on issues when things get bogged down. And sometimes being an effective legislator is not glamorous at all. I fondly remember how I spent 2 a.m. in the morning on July 4th several years ago in budget negotiations. I didn't win any brownie points with my family, but I was very successful in getting money in the budget for programs and services for older adults at that point. I know how to take the lead on efforts and to play offense when that is helpful, but I also know how to play defense and fight against things that are not in the best interest of our state, and I've done that many times. Now, in this primary race, I have been referred to as a Calendar grandmother in an article that was published. Also, I've interacted with organizations and groups that their actions kind of speak louder than their words, and I see them thinking about, why is she running for office at this stage in her life? Does she want something to do with her time? I can assure you I have lots of things to do with my time. But I'm entering this race because I want to do something I can do to represent the people of our district. We need a seasoned veteran at this point, and I am that seasoned veteran that because of my work history and the connections and impact I've had on things in my previous work life, I can have an impact in being an effective legislator. In this campaign, I've also been referred to as a lobbyist in hopes this would conjure up all sorts of negative connotations of my work experience. Yes, I was a registered lobbyist for many years for nonprofit organizations. I lobbied for things such as consumer protections, like predatory lending, doing away with that, voting rights, and support for programs and services for older adults, persons with disability, and in the healthcare arena. I'm running because I believe that the way I approach things is what's needed by a legislator. No matter what task I undertake, I do my homework. I spend time learning and reviewing the facts. I get input from folks. I really become knowledgeable with background and history about what's going on so I can make an informed decision about how to work. I hope that you've seen some of the YouTube videos that are posted on my website. as well as some of the blog posts on my website that will give you an idea of just how methodical and process-oriented I am. So I'm prepared when I act, but I also know that sometimes you have to deviate and make mid-course corrections in what you do, and I'm very capable of doing that too. I'm also running because I know how the North Carolina General Assembly works, and if elected, I can hit the ground running when I get there. I've seen many new legislators come in who, quite frankly, are like deer in headlight. It takes them their whole first term to be able to effectively know how the process operates. I think we're at a time in our state now when there's not time for a learning curve, and you need somebody who can hit the ground running, and I'm that person. I also know what it takes to get at the table. I have connections, I have my accomplishments that I've worked on in the past that speak loud for themselves, so I would be at the table, and I know that if you aren't at the table, you're going to be on the menu. So I invite you to go to my website, find out more about my work history, my background, and just look at some of the awards and honors that I've received, because I'm not going to go into those today, except I will say that I am a recipient of the Order of the Longleaf Pine, which is one of the highest honors given by the state of North Carolina. I thank you for listening to me, and I would certainly appreciate your vote to serve as our district representative in the North Carolina General Assembly. Thank you.